Finding leads is the most difficult challenge for your business to succeed or fail. Today, I'm going to share 6 strategies that I use to generate over 200 appointments every single month with my ideal clients from my marketing agency. I've used these exact same strategies to bring in over 500 clients from my agency. Now, before I dive in, I want to stress on the fact that literally everything works. You can literally door knock all day, you could cold call all day, you could send cold emails all day. Whatever you do, what you need to do is find what strategy is the most cost and time effective for you specifically. Now, without further ado, let's dive right in and get it started. Strategy number 1 is LinkedIn organic. Now, LinkedIn is king when it comes to generating high quality, engaged leads that are genuinely interested in your services and your products. Okay. Now, with LinkedIn, what you really want to do, you need to clearly identify who your ideal client is, craft a nerve-striking message that really resonates with your ideal clients, and then what you want to do is reach out to them. The problem that most people have with LinkedIn is that they don't do their due diligence when it comes to the actual research portion, when it comes to targeting the right audience. What you need to do is clearly identify who your ideal client is and work backwards. You want to reverse engineer this. And I can tell you from personal experience, we pull in hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year solely from our outbound messaging efforts on LinkedIn. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people doing when it comes to creating outbound LinkedIn campaigns is that they treat every lead exactly the same way, and instead, if they spent a little bit more time up front trying to identify a qualified audience so that they actually reach out to those specific people who are qualified and message those people who are most likely to resonate with their message in their marketplace. So a quick example of this could be, instead of trying to send emails or messages or connection requests to every mortgage loan officer in California, maybe you only want to send connection requests and messages to loan officers who have been in business for at least 10 years. Now, what that's telling you is that they have money to invest, they have more skin in the game, and they're more likely interested in growing their business, right? And they're probably more interested in that, and they're doing pretty well with their clients, because if you're targeting somebody who's new in the business, chances are they don't have money to invest. Now, in order to be successful with LinkedIn outbound campaigns, what you need to do is, there's 4 steps. So step number 1, identify your ideal clients. You want to know exactly who you're going after. Number 2, you want to have a magnetic LinkedIn profile that appeals to your ideal client and it does what it says. It brings them in. Number 3 is you want to craft a message that really resonates with your ideal client down to the core. And last but not least is you want to scale your campaign. So whatever's working, you want to double, triple, quadruple on it. Strategy number 2 is cold email campaigns. Now, most people think that cold emailing is not effective because people's inboxes have effectively become a junk box. And that statement is actually true to some extent. What you need to realize is that there's hundreds of thousands of companies out there that only grow through cold email and cold outreach. And this is one of the most effective campaigns when it comes to your outbound. Now, that statement is true to some extent. What you need to realize, there's hundreds of thousands of businesses out there who only do cold emailing as the only form of marketing, and they bring in millions and millions of dollars every single year. Now, we specifically bring in over 60 to 70% of our revenue through emails itself just by this one source. So this source is almost free, it's highly scalable, and what you need to do is you're going to be going after people is that you want to find their email addresses, write a personalized subject and body with a clear call to action, and invite them to a call. That's what you need to do. Now, strategy number 3 is cold calling. This is one of my favorites, and this is the good old cold calling. This is one of my favorite strategies when it comes to generating leads. When I first started my agency, I was cold calling for 3 hours a day. I made it a goal that I had to dial at least 100 numbers or reach 3 booked appointments, whichever one came first. Now, I was motivated to try to book as many appointments as soon as possible. So sometimes I would hit my goal by calling the first 30 numbers. And cold calling requires you to have very thick skin, and there's going to be a lot of rejections along the way. But just like the previous method, the drawback with cold calling, though, is not as scalable as you want it to be. You cannot automate cold calling. However, you can outsource cold calling and find people that can do it in a cost-effective manner. What you need to do is have a script that is short, straight to the point, and don't come off as a sleazy salesperson, right? You don't want to be qualifying on the call. All you want to do is ask for permission to book an introductory call. That's it, right? The most important aspect for cold calling is that you must have a clean list of leads that are your ideal clients. What we do is get a list of leads, clean the numbers, and use an auto dialer to call the leads. This way you can call 100 leads in a matter of an hour or 2. Now, you want to have the cell phone numbers of the leads that you're reaching out to, because cell phone numbers have a higher pickup rate. And in 2022, we made over 100,000 cold calls, as you can see here. Now, the 4th strategy is YouTube organic. If you're not leveraging a YouTube channel for your brand, you may be missing out here, because YouTube is the 2nd largest search engine in the world, which is owned by Google, which is the largest one. And basically, YouTube is incredibly effective at bringing you interested leads and putting you in front of your ideal clients, as your ideal clients are already searching for your content, and inbound leads are typically much warmer than leads that are found having an outbound approach. Now, having a YouTube channel will make it easier for you to book more appointments and bring in very high quality leads and close more clients. Now, the average B2B sales cycle is around 3 to 6 months long, so that it means that it could be 180 days from the moment that they first come in touch with you to the moment that they close and become a client. Now, your prospects need to consume at least 7 hours of content from you before they're ready to move forward and pull the trigger. Now, depending on their pain level, this can vary. Now, having a YouTube channel, this is going to really help you speed up that process, and it will allow you to fill up the 7-hour gap as much faster than if you have no assets in place and nothing to warm up your audience with. Now, the fifth strategy is YouTube ads. YouTube ads will be the number 5 on my list of the best B2B lead generation strategies. In the last year, I've spent over $200,000 on paid advertising, and a good portion of it was through YouTube. Now, YouTube ads are very, very effective. Prior to running YouTube ads, I used to use a lot of Facebook advertising, as a lot of people did, and the results were really good in the beginning until Facebook decided to just completely ban us. And every time I would start advertising, after a couple weeks, the entire account would get banned and all our momentum would be gone, and we actually lost a lot of money to that. So we actually decided to go to YouTube ads, and the best thing about YouTube ads is that you only have to pay for the ad if the prospect watches your ad for over 30 seconds long and if they click on the link. Unless they do these two things, you don't have to pay for it. And YouTube, the best thing about YouTube ads is that it's quick, it's highly scalable, and you can also advertise on your competitors' videos, which can be quite helpful, ethically steal their traffic. And last but not least is Instagram shoutouts. So a shoutout is when somebody mentions you or your brand or your specific Instagram profile, and they ask their followers to check out your page, and they usually do it by posting a picture of your page, your post, or your landing page, or whatever the case might be, and tagging your page. Now, find an Instagram page that is similar and they have similar content that you do. When looking for pages, you can reach out to get a shout out. Always check for relevant pages within your niche, and this is because they will have an audience base that is very similar, very relevant to you, and that way you can target for your own page. Now, once you found a page that you want to buy a shout out from, what you want to do is buy a story. That is the most effective way to go about it. The way the Instagram algorithm is, 24 hours is the best amount of time you want to have it for. That is a sweet spot, and you want to drive people from Instagram shoutouts to your Instagram page or to your landing page. So shoutouts are a very effective way for you to actually grow your business. And let me know in the comment section below what topics you'd like me to cover next. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to learn more, make sure to join my free community where I teach a lot of different strategies around this. You can find the link in the description below, and I look forward to seeing you there.